Hey guys, welcome back to another Snobby beer review. I'm Max Bang. We've got Robert Schmidt once again.
Hello.
Robert just came back from Florida, and he was gracious enough to grab a whole bunch of beer, so...
A whole bunch.
So so we've got... The first one that we're going to do a review of is Cigar City Maduro, which is a brown ale. And according to the bottle, it says it pairs well with Cuban foods, and it makes a fine accompaniment to a fine Cuban cigar, which I don't smoke, but
Me neither. or do we have Cuban food? But
yeah, we don't have Cuban food either. But anyway, so let's get this in a glass and see how it tastes.
Let's go.
The appearance, it's like a brown reddish color. It's pretty hazy. Looks like a stereotypical, brown ale. Maybe a little bit more red and a little bit darker, but it looks very good. The head's about a finger, off-white. I don't really see any bubbles coming up, but this is a tasty looking beer. I almost can smell. I don't know if it's just because it's called Cigar City and it said that it goes good with a cigar, but I'm almost smelling like a cigar, not like a gross cigar, but like a little bit of the like an unlit cigar kind of.
The Cuban.
Yeah, like a Cuban cigar. It's definitely some maltiness.
It doesn't say the maltiness of it.
There's some roasted flavor or aroma in there too, I think. I'm also getting a little bit of like dark fruits, almost like plum or raisins.
Cheers.
This almost tastes like a porter.
Porter, exactly.
Yeah.
It's got the nuttiness, taste to it, like that the porter does, which is exactly what I thought the very first time I drank it, because I had to double check the bottle and make sure it wasn't a porter.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a porter.
It doesn't look like a porter because it's like you said, it's got the red color. The head's a little bit more white colored rather than the tan color that they normally are. But
yeah, first sip, if I had a blindfold on, I would probably guess that it was a porter.
Absolutely.
A little bit of that like coffee and roasted character. Kind of like that, like a charcoal-y type thing.
Malty.
Yeah, definitely some maltiness. A little bit of those dark fruits again. Mouthfeel, this is really drinkable. It's like when you first take a sip, it seems like it's gonna be, pretty malty and pretty like sweet and thick, but it finishes dry. I mean, you can drink a few of these for sure.
Absolutely. I like it for what it is. I would go anywhere between. I mean, I don't have a solid, but 3.75 to 4. I mean,
okay.
It's definitely very, very good for what it is. I just go 4. 4. I like it. Definitely sit here and drink it for a while. Mm-hmm. It kind of gives you the best of both worlds. It's light, but it still tastes more like a heavy beer would. It's a party in a glass.
This is one of those beers that it's like it's kind of freaky where, even though it's dry and it's easy drinking, there is still like a good amount of sweetness and maltiness. Yeah. As far as the score, I think I'm going to go with a 3.5. So pretty much like you, 23 and a 4. I mean, I don't know if I could drink this like every day, all the time, just because I'm not a huge fan of this kind of style of beer. Yeah. But for what it is, I mean, this is really, really tasty.
Absolutely. Like I said before, I haven't had many brown ales. I mean, I think I've had a couple, maybe like 2 or 3. But yeah, I mean, if you're in the mood for it, it's definitely a drinkable beer. Like you said, it's not one that you would drink every single day, but it's still very tasty.
Yeah. And I think Cigar City did a good job of kind of, with their description and then the flavor of this, it reminds you of like Cuban cigars. Absolutely. Or something like that. Like
nail on the head.
I can see. Like I said, I don't smoke, but I can see why they recommend, this would be a great beer to accompany a cigar.
Absolutely.
That wraps it up for the Cigar City Maduro. 3.5. He gave it a 4. You know, it's a good beer. I would love to be able to try a lot more Cigar City beers, but they don't sell them around here, unfortunately. So if you want to trade, me, let me know. But you guys know what to do. Grab a beer, leave me a comment. We'll see you next time.